What's up, everyone? Let's get ready to go. Good morning. Happy day before Valentine's Day. I guess 13th, huh? Yeah. All right. Am I feeling better? Yeah. I do not have sniffles anymore. A little congestion, but thank you for asking. Good morning, team. Hit that like button for you before you do anything. Should get that algorithm a little bit of love. Markets open rational all fronts. We're looking pretty solid for today's open and yeah, pretty decent trading day. And we get started in a few minutes. All right, what's up, everybody? Good morning. We're doing 100K challenge. This is day 13. It's been a really fun start. Haven't lost a day yet. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. 12 days streak. The 10K start to 100K finish, and we're almost at pretty much 14 now, which is a 40% gain in about, what, a week, 12, which is like 2 weeks, I guess. I don't know if it's a rational or a rational day. Well, we will train you on that. Now, these are things that we teach. As a matter of fact, I make an announcement. We are starting our 6-week training program today. This is months of planning. We're doing a brand new thing. I want everybody to come to our Discord. And we're going to start off today and immediately slam home with teaching what irrational and rational are. This is the key to what I do risk management wise, and you all need to be there. I promise. Or, you know, we'll record the video and drop it for you. Right here. Go there. We're doing our 3-month extended trial, which gives you the ability to join our group for 3 months for a very, 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 very tiny amount. Like, I'm talking a fraction of what it is normally to come just check out the program. Anyways, let's get the day going. Gonna do my calculations real quick. I'm gonna run this right out the door. 40.99. Let's run my bands. Really can run my DD bands right across. I'm just gonna draw them up here. 410.95. Yeah, we're smack in the middle of these two, 40506. Cool. So when we get started, when the market opens, it gets a little crazy. So just hang tight. If you've never seen me trade before, you hang in here and just kind of observe for now. First thing we do is get SPY and QQQ ready to go. For any kind of trading you do, you should always watch SPY. You should always watch QQQ. That's a tip. Keep them side by side, even if you're trading options, even if you're trading stocks. You should always pay attention to what the two indices are doing. Russell as well. If you want to be extra like myself, I got Russell off to the screen and VIX off to the screen. So I've got all 4 of them on a 4x4 grid. That's how I get started my day trading. Always have to analyze all 4 of these guys in the morning, see in between the 2 bands, the 3 in the corners, but except for the top left are all inside the bands. Nice, and market's nice and stable today. Be very careful, you guys. We are on the north side of this triple B right there. So what that is an indication of what we call unusual markets. So I have to understand my pivots may overshoot a little bit. Market's going to be a little crazy going into this expiration. Now, also note that this VIX contract rolls over tomorrow afternoon, being the second Tuesday of the month is the Tuesday before the third Wednesday of the month when that happens. And this is a really weird month where the first day of the month was a Wednesday. So the third Wednesday and the second Tuesday are back to back. Out of town, Mikey, but I'll try to keep up regular. Awesome, awesome. Now videos will be posted. You guys can listen to them or watch them at your leisure. Okay, so just putting I have a conversion, and in our Discord, we have a team that does the conversions as well. Just shares them with each other. Before we get these in Rocket Scooter automated, which come with their live futures data, which is coming. We have already kicked off that project. I keep saying month-ish, the month scale, meaning that we're not quarter away from that. We're at this point month or less away from it completing, which is exciting. 297.02. Okay, so what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to show just where these bands are. So when the market is open, these are the range. This is kind of the range I'm trading in to be rational. Inside of these bands, we have 5 signals telling me the market's irrational. The VIX I've already checked off the list right now. It's nice and steady. That's a whole different technique. We'll cover that. Of course, in the training, 3-month training, you're going to get everything you need to know from what we teach. I mean, the 6-week training. It's a whole course series that's going to go from A to B. I'm talking day one stuff. Like you never traded before, or you've never seen Rocket Scooter before. You're going to love being there day one. It's going to not skip any steps. So checking all 3 indices inside the bands, they all are checked. That's a rational number 2. No pre-market catalyst in the index. Check number 3. So we got 2 to check right at the open of the day. Hedge pressure breaks and our VIX trick on walls. If we don't have anything there, then we're totally fine. Got my liquidity map front and center. You can get this in our Discord as a member, and this is going to be how I interpret the liquidity map algorithm. It's going to show me where buyers and sellers are, market maker hedging, no matter what stock or what anything I'm trading. I always immediately, first thing I do is look at this to see what I'm expecting the day to somewhat experience with regard to me making a trade plan. I'm looking for buyers and sellers. I'm going to pivot with them according to all my other indications that I have as well. So this is your most important tool. This is available in the Discord. Like I said, grab that, get ready to go. Second thing, read the news. This is my pre-market warm-up. I do everything the same every day. That's important as a trader. Just get up, repeat. When you make it like a job, you do the same thing every day. So you should make sure you're prepared. We're going to read what happened in Europe. Just glancing over this, nothing too excitable. Asian stocks fell. Asian markets. See consumer price growth falling by 6.2%. This is from data of the just repeating what we already know. Economic calendar. Let's go ahead and refresh this. So see what's going on today. Consumer inflation expectations, right? So we're talking about this today. Inflation statistics, and this is another talk about inflation stuff. And of course, you've got inflation expectations coming through. Let's read the prerequisites. What do you think's going on here? These are going to be from the U.S. Bureau, I think. Labor and Statistics, I think, is where these comes from. Oh, wait. No. Actually, I don't know where this comes from. Expectations lower. Okay, just preparing. Economic calendar. Make sure we come through here and see if there's anything in the earnings. Will I trade CPI? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, every day. But there's a way that you trade, or the way that we teach you to trade in events like that is basically don't trade into them and then respond to the outcome as long as it doesn't break any of the irrational rules. And that's one of the things we teach. And so you'll see me do that as well. So in those events, CPI, Fed, everything comes out. I do it pretty much the same way. Just looking to see if you have any major earnings coming up this week that I need to be alarmed about. Coca-Cola, Airbnb, some decent ones tomorrow. Wednesday as well. Cisco, ADI, Shopify. So these are some good talking points. If you guys don't mind smashing that like button while you're here, give us some love. Give us a holler. So nothing today really to catalyze the market. Today's going to be a rather relatively slow day, I would say. The fact that we've already traded mostly up during futures just to retrace a little bit of what was sold off during expiration Friday. That's a good thing to see. And we haven't had an update in the commitment traders in a while. And the CFTC, this is one of my major tools to look for to get an understanding of the positional risk in the futures market, which is going along the lines of the positional risk we look for in the equities market, right? The liquidity map is looking for positions and risk, and it's similar to the commitment traders in the way that's looking at positions and risk. So here, no updates in a while. CFTC said they're delayed on the updates. We still haven't seen any updates. I use the bar chart. I need to really go read the website to see when they're going to update this. So who knows why they're delayed. But now also it came out last week. We'll see. Okay, it's pretty nice and open. Taking it easy, about 10 minutes. I'm prepped and ready to go. Let me open a second rocket scooter instance. So let's get my other just to show you guys how I'm going to do them side by side. Since it is likely going to be a decent trading day. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to be right on my trade or win my trade, but decent trading day means it's going to be similar. It's going to be pretty textbook if I do find a trade that's worth it on the R&R side. I'll make sure I keep the indices right by each other. Just so I can monitor them both at the same time. Usually when I'm trading SPY or QQQ, the one that hits the hardest is the one that the one that has the most of travels when I'm usually looking to take. 297,302. Is the new tutorial starting this morning? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So we're gonna get our 6-week program is gonna launch today. We're gonna have a kickoff session, of course. It's gonna be fun. If you attend, it'll be kind of like the same thing you had were on Friday if you came to like the warm-up session. Just to kind of get you started, get you into our culture, get you into the mode of learning. And those of you that were here, you know, have fun and smile and nod because you know what's coming, and kind of get you all in shape for what it is we have to offer. So this is a pretty fun experience. Most of our folks have been training with us for many years. You know, as you guys know, we've been around for 6 years here, training, and we just passed our 4,000th Discord member, so that's really exciting. Geez, we had 500, well, no, like 440, I think, people sign up for Rocket Scooter in the last week. That's crazy. That's insane crazy. So it's great to see so many new faces. And I want you all to come to the training starting today. It's going to be exciting. 440. It starts about 11 my time, so about noon Eastern. It'll be after this, after the stream. Then I take a little break, catch up with the development team. You know, if there's anything going on, follow up with things there, and then we'll start right at 11 my time, so noon Eastern. It'll be all published and talked about.
Oh, my life.
Water. We gotta go to broad tonight. We're going.
I'm more than happy to reply.
I'm 9 souths. My left to my right, standing, screaming, going nuts the whole first half. Oh my God, we're gonna win. We gotta go to broad tonight. We're going down Main Street. We're going nuts, and then they lose.
Horrible game. I heard they were even greasing the poles, the light pole.
Claims is where, you know, you can definitely see that some of the price pressures have eased from the pandemic, but there's a lot of areas where things are still really, really expensive. I mean, would I be correct in
Going to see what's going on. Economic calendar this week. Preparing core CPI tomorrow and the regular CPI tomorrow. FMC speakers. Tomorrow's a busy day. So I look at the calendar. So my morning routine, everybody. Good morning. First thing I do is I wake up, make sure I mark my rational, irrational areas of the market. I've got three pre-market checks I look for. The three in futures are easy to see. Look for catalysts, or our definition of that is, and we'll teach you that in the training. Irrational markets on these DD bands, which is a futures thing. Just trust us on that. Market's good inside the green. Good for me. And then, of course, VIX doing anything crazy irrational. The VIX triple B, you'll hear that word today. It's 20.3. This number changes tomorrow afternoon, and we'll stay there for a month. That's another one of my unusual checks. We be very cautious trading when VIX is above that number, VIX futures, and that's where I am right now. We're sitting right at about 20.5. It's right on the edge. So the actual number itself, it exploits a process called contango. Don't worry about what that is just yet. But interacting with here is a high volume pivot. The entire index can just do something completely random and different the minute you pass through it. And you'll see very cool. If I go just kind of push my chart near it, you'll see that you'll experience rapid onset volume as you interact with this level. It's very interesting how a level can sit still for an entire month. It's a month-long level. And when you go through it, there is high volume in the VIX. So one of those things that we do at Rocket Scooters, we predict volume at a price, and anytime you see there's pivots off of this thing, doesn't mean that it goes through or doesn't go through. There's another pivot off of it. The VIX just loves to react there, whether you get there and bounce or get there and pass through. It is one of those calculations that we have. We have 15 different ones that all predict the volume. So what's different here is we are a trading platform that looks for high volume pivots and looks for them before it happens. Make sure he's not going to call my name on this podcast. Okay. So when we get there, I'm going to be paying very close attention to the trade that I'm in. And I might bail early if I see some very strange interaction on the VIX. The VIX itself interacting with that level and it becoming high volume and becoming support and moving could cause the volatility to open up by inducing additional volatility in the S&P. So the S&P's range can get wider very quickly. So any longs I meant could very rapidly drop out. And also this being right on the edge there with that additional pivoting volatility, the day 4 CPI, and having it there At CPI could also be an additionally more volatile day tomorrow. So be very, very, very careful. My audio is echoing. Hold on. Am I echoing? Okay. Oh, you might hear the spaces. I've got... Okay, cool. Can you talk about passing funded evals and if funded accounts are worthwhile in their hurry? Just as downtime? Yeah, absolutely. I've never done one actually, so... Oh, market's open. But yeah, absolutely worth it. If you're trying to get ahead and get started, especially in your trading journey and you don't have a funded account, that's what that is all about. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. Market's open. We are opening a little lower, pushing down. Okay. Oh, let me get my control panel up here. The first thing I do is I wait for my liquidity map calcs to come through. Yeah. We put in a ticket for them to do that, to look at the refresh thing, so making sure we don't have to refresh in the morning. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so out the door, right? We have resilience positive. So the first thing I look at is resilience and DD when those numbers come through. And then, of course, with these resilience numbers at the bottom, you can see that we have positive and positive on NASDAQ and S&P. This is pivoting in the redistribution zone, which is great. I look for support on half gap and support at the bottom of the close today. Yeah, everything's pretty good. No, SPY's not random yet. Unless I'm... What is going on here? Oh, let me do QQQ. It normally comes in within a minute of the market opening, but as we've been in this project of migrating our servers over to a different control spot, we're starting, especially with all the additional server load, we're starting to get like a little bit of API timeout. So every morning we're like manually pulling this stuff and then the numbers kick on. So I'm still waiting. All right, I'm not doing anything yet. I'm gonna wait. So our calculations are coming through. So we just notified our team to take a look at that. So it looks like we had a freeze this morning. I'm waiting for these numbers to show non-zero because it looks like we didn't get a data pull. Or we did get a data pull, but we didn't get anything coming through. Spy within liquidity pocket. We don't have it done. The calculation's not come through yet. We're getting red warning signs. So when I don't have my calcs, we're just gonna wait. And that's the best. Okay, here we go. Data's coming through. Yep. We had an API stall again, so now it's like we have something. All right, let's go. Let's go. Just double check everything's looking good here today. Okay, so let me reboot. I said let me refresh my platform. Give me 1 second. Wait. Let me see. Okay. That's interesting. We've never had nothing show up here. Yeah. Let me run this. Let me see what we have. We're getting timeouts right now from our team in the server house, so they're looking into it. But it's cool. With no data, I don't force anything. Let's see, I can refresh something. Yeah, so it looks like we don't have data right now, so we're gonna wait for them to troubleshoot that. My entire team's on it, so apologize for that. Do y'all get anything come in? Is it just me that's not getting any data? Is it everybody? Yeah. Okay. We apologize for that. We're looking into it right now. Maybe, by the way, while you're waiting, feel free to smash that like button really quick. 200 people in here. Holy crap, 208 people in here. Good morning. Good morning. I know. He said he's getting SPY. BRSU. Yeah, he said he's getting that, but it's not showing up on mine for some odd reason. Let me try this in Classic. There's another thing too, and we're looking into it. During the merger, we actually had a denial of service attack on our servers. An hour after Tracy Matt put out his cool video as well, we did have a nefarious attacker take our servers down. Bum, bum, bum. So who knows? Bum, bum, bum. You guys hang in there. We'll do something in just a second. Let's see. So it looks like he's getting something through here. Okay, I have to log out and log in again. Okay, let me try this really quick. Hang tight. Log out, log in. What's up? Good morning, guys. Oh, you learned best with Tracer Matt? Awesome. Thanks for coming by. Let me see what's going on here. Yeah, so I'm kind of just waiting right now to see when we get our calculations come through, and then after that, we're going to see if there's any trade opportunities. Right now, it's floating in the middle. We haven't moved anywhere since open, and we're investigating our data outage right now. So hang tight, you guys. Yeah, I got nothing too. Yeah, we're waiting for our team to verify this. We're in a meeting very quick with our tech team, so apologize for the outage, but we are on it. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. This is the biggest stream I think we've had. This is amazing. I'm glad y'all all showed up for the party. We are starting our 6-week training program, just to kind of give you a little up on what we're doing. This starts today. This is going to be one of the biggest things we've ever done. We're going to go through from start to finish 6 entire weeks of what we teach. I'm talking day one stuff. If you've never even traded a day before in your life, day one for that, day one for people who've never been in Rocket Scooter before, everything from risk management to position management to my styles of finding entries and exits, trading anything from futures, options to stocks. Letter for you now. Everything's coming through. Okay, let's run. Oh, there we go. There we go. There you get data finally. Okay, cool. Well, we are at a liquidity pocket anyways. That's good to see. So in a liquidity pocket, yep, we are random from here. It's good to know. Okay, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to touch base with the team. Looks like the refresh brought everything back up, so we're good. Okay. Okay, so being a random day, there's nothing to do anyway. So I'll tell you how I know this, and the market's random from here. I'm going to take it easy and probably just not have any trades from this moment. Let me take it, let's see if there's anything to do in QQQ. Investigate the VIX. So yeah, so interestingly enough, we woke up to a random day, which is no, not talking yet. So anytime you're inside of a liquidity pocket, which is in between a bull and a bear zone. So this is how this works. We have bull zone, bear zone, and in the middle is called a liquidity pocket. Anytime you hit a liquidity pocket, the market is random from there. So in SPY, where we are sitting right now, it's a random market, and I don't make any trades from here as I'm trying to maintain a very decent methodology on risk management. I don't like to take the gamble in random markets. With resilience being positive, right, on both sides, NASDAQ and S&P, which means we are supporting inside of here, expected. And so with support this way and random market from here, this would have been a no trade anyways from the start of the day. So kind of lucked out on this one. Let me talk. Wait, call my name. So what's good to see is that there's really nothing to take from this right out the door. If I would have been trading, there would have been a long from here to there. Hold on one second. Okay, so in a liquidity pocket, this is one of the neat things between a bear and a bull zone. In the middle, it's random. This is one of our random signals. So at the end of the day, when you hit that random, or any time the market, the day is over. So what's neat about redistribution is that you have this resilience level right here. When this number is above 0, the white one, then the white dash line is support, just like you see. This is what I expect to happen. Markets are rational. This is a leading indicator. And that would have been my trade from here to here had we not stalled out today. What's up? What's up? What's up, Jerry? Just got data. You're up. Yeah, we had actually, we're looking at it. What's going on is our server is hitting CPU bottleneck, and we're investigating to make sure. By the way, just a little side note, we don't allow automation. So if somebody's automating, pulling thousands or millions of tickers at once, request, you have to be very careful there. We don't allow that. It's in our license agreement. So we're going to look and see. It looks like we're getting an unusual amount of requests. So we're investigating that. So it could be somebody trying to automate through our stuff. So you can do that. But we're looking to see what's happening. So we had a CPU throttling thing going on. So you guys should all be up right now. Okay, so really the day is over. Whenever you hit these liquidity pockets, the day is practically over. QQQ hit its upper band. Right now, this is right on the edge. So even so, QQQ is a BSU. So let's pull up the liquidity map, and that's how this works. So some days you'll wake up and there's just not a good trade setup, and that's what today is. I like to see that the market has a predictable setup that I'd like to get some squeeze on or some move. And when it just has a very limited particular upside to it or downside, or even when random, I like to take it easy and sit out till I maintain my streak. If you guys haven't seen my P&L from the last week, let me pull this up and discuss. One of the things that you will all notice about me is that I only trade when I'm sure, or even when I'm not 100% sure. I like to throttle my position size down relative to my confidence. So we started with the 10K going to 100K. It'll probably take me about 2 months to get there. I've done these challenges plenty of times, and we're streaming the entire process. I've only had one, so no losing days yet. The only time I got close to it, we just lost a little tiny bit and then ended up making more to kind of come green for the day. So about 40% with about 81.8% win rate. This comes from being cautious and only taking good R&R from the start of the day. I can see that it's not that great. And then I just kind of take it easy. So in these BSUs, for instance, even if we didn't pass through this liquidity pocket to make it random, where we are right now, the way that you can look at this is that in this BSU territory, there is push between the two hedge pressures, and that you'll see that right here, there is push between the two hedge pressures, right? And so I would normally like to long off of MHP and exit there, but even passing through liquidity pockets, the market is random from here. So there really is no trade setup. And even if it does rally from here and go up, I usually like to take any excuse to be a bull and buy off of hedge pressure breaks. But since I've kind of seen us press into this irrational territory here, this is what we call a doomsday band break. The market is irrational also in hedge pressure breaks. So right out the door within 2 minutes, we're random. And then of course, breaking through here, it's irrational. So it's great to see that the market, likely this could be the high of the day, or it can rally from here very rapidly. I always like to assume the edge of the band is the end of the day's move. So right now, even if there is anything, this is the exit if I was long. So I wouldn't be pushing any harder than this. I'm not betting on any reversal on a lazy Monday with CPI tomorrow. So this is probably the high of the day in general. Let's take a look at some stocks. If you guys do trade stocks or options, one of the things we like to look for is we'll try to see if we can find any bull setups in the equities world. Anything that's sitting right at hedge pressure, getting ready to break. Is it Target, Valero, Costco, Lowe's, Cisco, ExxonMobil, and just seeing if anything. I kind of want to see if any of the oil stocks are moving today. So an example, something that isn't stalled out, BLD on ExxonMobil, right? And I'll come in and see, look at the letters, and BLD tells me that I expect buyers and sellers in between the hedge pressures. So, this little yellow and blue, blue to yellow, this kind of dip right here is normally what I expect when the liquidity map is painted this way. So the cool thing about Rocket Scooter is that in any ticker, any stock you want to put in here, what's really cool is that high volume pivots, right? Against these hedge pressures. These numbers are printed on the chart and they stay there all day. They come at 9:30 in the morning when they're calculated. And then we look for where high volume pivots will be before it happens. So you can see this high volume pivot at hedge pressure. Our technology predicts volume before it happens. So it's guaranteed every time. It's never wrong. Can't predict direction. It's unfortunate. Wish we could all predict the stock market, but we can't. And so when I'm trading, I make sure that I know if I want to trade from volume pivot to volume pivot, I know where they will be before they happen. And then I can just decide if the R&R is worth it to take a good trade. Yep. Okay. So today when the stream is over, in about 2 hours or so, we're going to do our first of the 6-week courses. 6 week of courses. So we're doing this really awesome training program. As you may have known, Ashton Nolan and I joined forces to create kind of a super course of Rocket Scooter and all the stuff that we teach here, plus all the stuff he teaches there. So in my courses, we're going to focus on a lot of things, including index products. So if you are trading the index, whether it's futures, stocks, options, whatever, futures, shares of the ETFs or anything, my course is going to cover everything: risk management to position management, how to read liquidity maps, how to find volume pivots, when to sit out, like today, when to sit out, how to do pre-market checks, how to get everything prepared. If you've never done any single thing before trading, or if you're brand new to Rocket Scooter, either way, we're going to start everyone from square one today. And it's going to be the biggest and most comprehensive thing we've ever put together. We're refilming all of our videos. We're teaching everybody from scratch. And you're going to have a very, very, very cool history of this as we make our final iteration of our training program, and recorded videos there. They'll all be recorded live. You can watch them after the fact. If you are not a member of our group, let me tell you, there's a really cool thing we're doing, especially people that came over from Matt's community. We are doing, so our normal subscription to our platform is $199 a month. Now, since we did our launch special, we have this really cool thing for everybody to do so that you do not miss this program. If you just want to get trained for literally the cheapest it'll ever be, once in a lifetime opportunity, if you're from Ashton's group, this doesn't apply to you. You get something even better. But if you are from anywhere else, including Matt's group, we're letting you join Rocket Scooter for 3 months for $35 a month, which literally makes the platform free and just covers your live streaming data. So for 3 months, so everybody can do this program at least once. It's 6 weeks long, and you can take as much time as you need. And so you don't have to just rush and decide. You may have seen us featured on a couple of videos, or mentioned by some of our team, like on Twitter or somewhere, and you want to check it out. That is a 3-month tenure for practically nothing. We want everybody to go through our course. So I encourage everybody to go sign up. If you haven't, if you've already signed up, you can upgrade using the same link that you used to join. So if you used a link from Ashton, or you used a link from Matt, go back to that link and you can sign up for, you'll see it. Just kind of tell you like that link will show it right in the middle. It'll explain all the terms, and you can go through at the end of 3 months. You can quit. $105 for 3 months. So I want everybody to check it out. Or you can go here. And you can join today and be here every single day. This will be the best thing we ever do for the cheapest we ever do it. So get in today. Click this link if you so don't, that's not the link. Here we go. Let's do this. Let me put the .com in there. Wow, we had 200 people in the stream, so that's crazy. Okay, here it is. New class every single day. Every single day. I'm talking training every day. Now, one of the things to go over is random, irrational, right? We talk about those setups in the morning. And why today I just don't feel like taking anything or jumping into anything. This will be covered immediately in day one. Irrational, rational is the foundation of what I do. The way I maintain a high win rate. And somebody was actually talking about trader funding programs. So here's doing a trader funding program, by the way. Somebody asked this morning, are they worth it? Are they good? Oh yeah, they're totally good. Like, not everybody can wake up and go to the bank and, you know, withdraw $50,000 and putting in a trading account, or even $5,000. It might not be easy for some people. So trader funding programs are a great way for you to get a funded trading account. And, you know, Matt uses Top Step, right? So Matt's a good buddy of mine, by the way. If y'all came from Matt's stream, or y'all remember me from back in the day, we love Matt here, and he was so gracious to drop a Rocket Scooter vid. He actually told me, he's like, man, I've been using your stuff and I love it. You mind if I make a video? And I was like, absolutely, do I mind? I was like, wow, that's very flattering. And so introducing a lot of you guys to what it is here we do. You know, Matt was around before we even started building Rocket Scooter, and we used to talk on the phone, and I would talk about all my dreams of in the platform and how we're going to do it. And he was like, man, whenever you do it, you let me know. I want to check it out. And so Matt uses Top Step, and you guys that come from there may have used Top Step. We have some friends at this other group called Elite Trader Funding. It's also a trader funding program. I can get you guys more information about that. They'll be on my podcast tomorrow, as a matter of fact, on Twitter. So if you are listening in on Twitter, you can follow us and get more information about that. They're very simple. You basically subscribe to a service, and then you pass a test, a trading test. It's paper trading. There's usually very strict guidelines just to test your skills and see if you're a good risk manager. Drawdown limits, daily loss limits, things like that. And if you make it to the end, then they just give you money to trade with. And usually there's a profit split. Like you'll get a certain amount, and they'll keep a little bit of it. And you have to maintain those guidelines, or else you lose the funded account. You got to start all over. Is it worth it? I think it is. I've actually never done one, and I thought for fun, one of these days. See, my trading account right now, this is a real account. I've always traded a self-funded account. I've never paper traded a day in my life on stream. So this will be the first time I might do it. I might do it just to show how it's done. It's a different set of requirements, right? Actually, believe it or not, it's a lot harder to pass that than it is to really trade. And it's part of the competitive nature of that business, you know, and then just hand out money to anybody. You got to be good. So, you know, learning how to trade with a high win rate and low drawdown is what we teach here. And I teach how to beat systems like that. And that's exactly what I teach. So if you want to see my drawdown, first of all, this is something I'll show you. So these are my stats from the current challenge from my personal account, right? This is a 10K start. I'm going to 100K. And what I do, right, drawdown limits. First of all, run up to drawdown ratio. It's almost 3.2 to 1, right? So for every 3 I go up, I only come down 1. That nice little stair-steppy look is what I go for. Maintaining a high win rate. My max loss was not much bigger than my max win, and my average loss and average win are relatively close to each other as well. I maintain a leverage ratio as I increase the size of the account. And these are tricks that I will use if I try to do that, just to show people how you beat a combine, just to try it once, probably after this challenge is done. Somebody said that we might do options, or they wanted me to do options for the next challenge, which I might do that. Then after that, I might do a simultaneous try to beat a futures combine. It is harder. The rules are stricter on that than you normally will put on yourself. So how do you do it? That's one thing that we can show you. And in this program, some of the classes in there are how to beat a trading combine. So I want all of you at least to try the extended trial. How to maintain low drawdown, how to scale your position correctly, how to not be over leveraged, you know, how to not blow up your account, are all going to be classes that we teach in this course. So over the next 6 weeks, every single time you come to one of these sessions or watch one of them, you're going to get a brand new concept on top of Rocket Scooter principles. So worth every single moment of your time. We thought of everything. So this is going to be a brand new course series. There are going to be courses you didn't even think we had. It's going to replace everything we already have there. Of course, enhance the tools and techniques, videos into like a more detailed version and a more application version of that. Would it make sense to take a long at the bottom of the bull zone? I mean, you are irrational in QQQ, so I wouldn't push it too high, or you will be irrational QQQ. The top of the bands are here. There really is nothing to take with a positive DD. This is support. So everything that you see on Rocket Scooter is very, very much textbook today. Now, unfortunately, there just was no setup from here, but you can still see with the rational market, all the pivots are very present. So let me give you some examples of how some of the calcs work if you've never seen it before. Like I said, if you want to check out this program, it's our thing is normally $199 a month. So for $35, we just want to get, and we had almost 500 people signed up. Well, in the last week and a half, I guess. So in the last week, 440 people signed up for Rocket Scooter. insane, right? And y'all max out our CPUs this morning. So we didn't expand overnight. Just crazy amount of people. And I've been spending so much time with you all one at a time. So I haven't got with you. Make sure you send me a message in Discord. I'll give you a tour. We'll show you around. And of course, come to today's session. So we're glad to have so many people here, actually. So let me reset my tablet, and then I'll draw on the screen. So you'll see a lot of techniques here. The CD number, first of all, shows, well, that's a big fat green dot. This is one of the big three we call. DD, liquidity map is the second one, and resilience is the third one. DD being greater than half just shows that a bull zone is support. That's it. Even down here, bull zone wants to be support. Resilience greater than half means this half gap is support inside the box. And outside the box, it also means that the edge of the box is also support. So there's two modes of resilience, and we'll teach all of that in the course as well. So inside of here, you know that this is support to there because of resilience. And when you break through it, you know this is support to wherever, coupled with the fact that DD was positive, pushed them both up, and then you hit a limit of hedge pressure, which is usually the end of the day. So these are all just textbook rocket scooter things. Everything went as planned, market's rational. And when we hit here, I just said it's probably the end of the day. So what do you guess from here? Don't guess. That's what we say. So once you hit your first resistance, which is a hedge pressure or a gap fill or an opposing wall, day's over. DD ban. So that's the upper target. All of this stuff is pretty textbook. However, I err on the side of caution from a random market to maintain a good drawdown and to maintain, you know, try to have as few losing days as possible. I don't like to take that random bet from the middle unless that resilience is very positive and DD is positive, and both of those together will help me tilt the scale from a liquidity pocket. We don't teach here to bet on random. We say the market's over from that day. The window of opportunity is closed. The window of opportunity is a way to show on the chart where trade opportunities can be and when trade opportunities are not there. So knowing when to sit out is something that is an art form, and we turn it to a science. So here from the start of the day, right, had we had our data, it's random from there. And random market, if I do play, it's going to be small. My normal position size scale in this account is 14 contracts right now, I believe. So if I'm going to trade a random event, I'll trade a fraction of that. So a tenth, maybe 2 contracts, and that's it, something small. And I need to take the direction, the bias that I believe. If markets are rational, then I look at DD and resilience, positive, and I trade it to the next resistance. So the next resistance is there in the redistribution zone, and then I would close. If I wanted to play again, any bounce or support off of here because of there is a second run to there. So again, to maintain my challenge account, I don't, even though I'm very sure that this is what's going to happen, we didn't have our data this morning, so I can make that decision out the door. But once the data came through, it's clear to see that, you know, had been sitting here, we would have had all that information. I still wouldn't trade random days, like if you're trying to pass a top step. These are days that you are in a coin flip. And so if you get like a maximum number of contracts, like they say you can only trade 2 contracts, if you have potential of hitting your drawdown with those 2 contracts, unless you can subdivide that into micros and take very little risk. Random days, we just train people to sit out so that you don't take that coin flip, because the coin flip can go either direction, right? So that's a really neat setup. All things kind of went according to the textbook stuff. We do apologize for our data delays today. I guess expanding is a good thing, but it's not a... It's a good problem to have, but we don't want to have any problems. 440 in 1 week. That's a record week here. Amen. Okay. So would it make sense to long at the bottom of the bull zone? The answer is yes. Once you break out of random and once you support on the bull zone, right, the market has chosen a direction. You need to have a reason to trade from there. If you are long, the reason is, well, the majority of the stocks are long. So I'm going to take a long off of here to there with a 1 point stop. Then I have a risk and reward. This is going to be 1.5 to 1. That would have been a decent trade to take. And I would have made sure I close it out. So anytime you break out of random to one side or the other, it is a scalp for a second run to a resistance, and I close out. From here, I don't bet that we go any further, especially breaking the bands to make the DD irrational again, right? Boz says Rocket Scooter has changed the game for you. Well, that's incredible. Mind sharing your story of what you mean by that? Are the 6-week course lessons every single day, Michael? Every day. Every day we will try to blow your mind with something new, something small and different, like incremental change. So every day I have something planned that's like an eye-opener. You're going to walk away with some kind of manna, some kind of enrichment to what you know or what you think you know. So little by little, it's not going to be a dump of all stuff on your face in the first single day. It's going to be coaching and shaping and training. So we're going to train you on how to think differently, how to see the market differently, little by little. So every day come, every single day. Matt, chance of the other side of a DD band being broken is very low, right? So any good dip, as long as res is positive, could work. Boz is just saying, yes, that is the setup. Anytime you break out on either side, I always take every excuse to do the bull one. I don't like to take the bear one ever. I'll take a long breakout every time though. If DD is positive and the S&P breaks positive, we don't have a rule for this yet because DD is such a new thing. But it has been postulated here that when in liquidity pocket, resilience and DD together are strong enough to allow me to take the bet to break. So when you are in the middle and you are trying to bet which way it breaks, you can omit the edges and look for the next run. So an example today is at the middle, you have a drop to MHP and a raise to HP as the trade. So it's been postulated that with DD being strong enough, greater than 1/2, and resilience being positive, and you're opening with half gap also in the mix, that this combination is strong enough to tilt the scales to the upside than the bottom side. And we don't have enough data to support that, but it does make sense because DD outranks liquidity map and resilience outranks liquidity map. And so the pressure just from balancing that imbalance and the stocks being really bullish can create an upward trajectory. Yeah. Somebody said, sir, everything aside, I hear your melodic voice all day. Had you not been in trading, you must have been in Hollywood. Well, shoot. That's sweet. You hear that? Hear that, babe? I could have been a movie star. Somebody said I have a melodic voice. Radio. Oh, maybe a radio voice. Yeah, I don't think I'm handsome enough for film. That's for sure. Good morning, all you hot tamales and cool cats out there. Welcome to the morning radio show. We're going to be listening to some great hits from Bing Crosby. Wait, what's up? Yeah. Did I just say good morning, all you hot tamales and cool cats? I could be on the radio. Neither is Owen Wilson. Wow. That's my only Owen Wilson impersonation. Wow. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a big day. So yeah, DD positive means that the bull zone wants to support. So it's even been said that this alone, we need to do the statistics on that when we get our backtesting module built into the platform. So what everybody to do really quick, if you were in Matt's group, make sure you use that link that you got from Matt. It's on the video. All of the extended, like if you're in the free trial, do this extended thing. Catch up with us immediately. There's no obligation. You can quit anytime. But our $199 a month full package, you'll lock that in too. So when we have our futures data, we're gonna have futures trading in Rocket Scooter on the month scale. So we'll have futures data coming through here, and you'll actually be able to trade through different brokers here. No, pardon me, I still have a little bit of sniffles here. You can learn the entire thing that we have, and of course lock in the platform for much less than $199 at the end of the 3-month trial. So Matt and Ashton's group and everybody that's come through here, will get a substantial discount because you all are personally invited by us to join our program. So you'll get a chance to get the platform for much, much, much less than $199 for sure. at the end of the 4 month. But even so, just do the 3 month thing and check it out, learn everything we have, and then you're more than welcome to move on your merry way. But you'll walk away with a lot of education. A lot. I'm talking, this is the best thing I ever put together, I think, in the 6 years I've been doing this. And probably at 11 o'clock we'll get going. And like I said, the real reason, you know, for this big thing, we want a lot of people to come to this, as it's the first time I'm piloting the new program. It'll be fun just to have just a massive amount of feedback from everybody. It's all, you know, it's not like just new techniques. It's all existing stuff we have, but we've reorganized it and structured it in a way to where we think it's the easiest that you'll absorb and learn it. So we're really proud of this, and we're kind of excited to have a whole new batch of folks come in just at the right time. So I'm getting a report from my tech team right now to look into what's going on. We might have to go out there and do some meetings really quick. And then in about an hour and a half, we'll meet back up. I'll post a Zoom link in the Discord. You guys can make sure you go to that Discord link. I'll put it up here again. After you sign up from our website, directs you to our Discord. But if you want to just go straight there and personally get walked through how to get in to the stuff, we can also help you. In the meantime, you go straight here. How much time per day will the training last? The sessions are going to take as long as they're supposed to take, about an hour. We don't want them to be too much longer. Today's might be more than an hour, as it's an intro and a kickoff. We ask that you trust the process. It's one of the interesting, fun things about what you do here. It's how we teach you, not just what we teach you. That really will shape you. So being part of it while it's live is very beneficial. But if you can only watch the videos after the fact, then that's okay too. After we do each video, the raw recording will be available, the entire session, for somebody who wants to experience the training. For someone that is very determined to learn what it is we teach, we ask you to experience the training as is. Don't skip steps. But we also will have a condensed edit of the application part of the training. So for instance, if we're training on resilience for 2 or 3 days, then there will be little snippets of how the resilience indicator works, what you do with it, and the application part. Then there'll be a portion of it that goes over what it actually does. So some people say, you know, I don't like using something unless I trust what it is and how does it work. And so we'll have different setups and examples, but we'll also have some theory if you want that as well. And we'll also have the raw video if you can experience the training itself. The training itself is designed to be interactive, so you don't just sit there and take notes. You actually get to play along. But if you do watch the raw video, I guess you can pretend it's live. You just can't talk to me. So about an hour, give or take, for the sessions. And the edits will probably be 5 or 10 minute videos, typically showing examples of how things work, how things work together. We have 15 different tools that we teach here, so you'll learn anything from how to pick a stock, how to look for breakout plays, how to scalp or even swing options, how to day trade futures. It's going to be tag team by myself and the fantastic Ashton Noland, who is one of my teachers in the options world. And we're joining forces now to super course. So you'll be able to take both branches when there's a time when you do branch in the middle of the 6 weeks. You can pivot to 2 different sessions. They'll be going at different times of the day. So I'll have a session. Ashton will have a session. You're welcome to join both. You're welcome to watch both, whether you want to learn options or learn futures. That'll be roughly closer to weeks 3 and 4. As you go through general practices of risk management, position management, risk and reward calculations, liquidity maps, all the indications here. And then you specifically branch into, you know, like how how to sell an iron condor, or how to plan an options trade 3 weeks in advance, or how to beat a trading combine and get a funded account. Like all of these special courses that come towards the end. Once you can piece everything together and you're a risk management trained rocket scooter cadet. Do you have to sign up for the extended trial to participate in the training? You just have to be part of our program. So the extended trial is the only way you're ever going to get to do it for cheap. It's going to normally be $600 for those 3 months, $200 a month for all of it plus the training. You all are the lucky individuals that get to be our pilot team that do this extended trial for $35 for 3 months, so that you can go in and go through the first iteration of this while we film the videos. It is a once in a lifetime gig for this. So we said we wanted to get like 200 or 300 people, brand new faces to try it from scratch. And then like as it goes well and as we record the videos and we get to the end, y'all's feedback would be crucial for the future development of the platform as well as the program. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to give you guys 3 months free of the platform. That $35 a month basically pays for your live streaming candle data. And it's real-time data as well. And if you successfully stay until the end of the month, or the end of the 3 months, on month 4 going forward, we'll give you a coupon for half price, and that'll remain forever when our prices do go up. So month 4, you can lock in $100 a month forever and keep that forever and be part of our early bird crew. And that's what we really are excited about as well. But no rush, like take 3 months to decide if you like it or not and follow on. And will ES and NQ be available? We are talking about that right now as we speak, actually. Oh, okay. So now they have everybody here. I'll ask a favor. In the morning, don't spam that refresh button anymore. This is something we are going to work on. But what's neat to see, and we're looking at the server logs, just make sure that in the morning, if the data is not coming through, do me a favor. Let me direct you. When I refresh and I say, okay, everybody refresh, then you refresh. Make sure you make that announcement, because what happens with, you know, everybody spamming refresh, we actually brought the servers down as a team. Looked like it's the first thing we accomplished as a team today. Lesson 1, the training, teamwork. Let's do it. We are all, so what we're going to do is we're talking about, go ahead. This is always something on our agenda, which was to make it where you don't, where there's a constant communication and where we don't have to refresh sometimes to get the liquidity maps to show up. I'm going to tell them to fix that immediately so that that's not a thing anymore. Yeah, so like I'll just let me spam it and then I'll say, okay, guys, everyone refresh, and then everybody does it once. Easy as that. So I actually going to work on that today. I'm going to see if you could probably get something worked on tonight or the next day. So what it is that when we're calling out all of our data from our servers, for resilience, which is what we do, we batch it in, and then that's what's pulling through. And so what happened is this morning, the API that talks to those servers timed out, which stalled everybody for half a second, then just 440 additional requests to refresh was enough to max out the CPU and overload the server. So he says he'll fix this before market opens tomorrow. So hopefully this will be a quick hot fix. And I'm very excited to see my team. We recently expanded our team. We have a whole lot of new folks here. So this is gonna be a huge change. And I'm all excited about to see that happening sooner rather than later. So this should be fixed by tomorrow. Well, he's gonna fix it to where you don't need to refresh anymore anyways. So usually what the refresh thing was that I would hit F5 for the liquidity maps to pop up. And then once it does, the communications, it's just that first time. So he's gonna do a no refresh caching on the front end. That should be done by, he says, I will fix this hopefully before market opens tomorrow. I love it. We were all dancing way too hard that we fell through the floor, which is great. But hey, random irrational S&P, irrational Nasdaq today and random. So would have been just a sit out call for me anyways. So I didn't miss out much anyways. Okay, everybody go sign up for the extended trial. We got about an hour and a half where we get started. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. If you can do that for me, that would be awesome. And we invite everybody to come to this program. I'll be live on Twitter for the next hour. I am in a podcast, so you'll be able to welcome to check us out on Twitter. I'll give you my Twitter handle here. I'll be on a Twitter space with Kane Capital this morning. And head over to the Discord. And I promise you'll have a great time in these courses. Mine will be very heavily index themed and futures themed. Just because it's something that relates to everybody, the index. And so if you are futures traders, NASDAQ, S&P traders, this is a 6-week crash course for you. They'll have to have you all there. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Random day, walked up to hedge pressure, day's over. Window of opportunities closed, so I think it's time to close the stream down. So we're glad you guys tuned in. Appreciate you so much. Giving Rocket Scooter a glimpse. We had the biggest stream we've ever had today. We broke 200 and something people. That's crazy. Love to see it. Thanks for supporting us. Thanks for supporting our friends, our partners, everything else. We're trying to create the world's most substantial educational community of communities out there. And y'all are all a part of it. If you want to trial what we're doing, like I said, one time ever, $35 a month for $200 a month package to go through a 6-week crash course with 6 extra weeks after, 3 months to hang out with us with no obligation, quit any time, cancel any time, and move on. But at least you're going to walk away with something really substantial, which is education. We're practically dirt cheap. We're glad to give you this and offer you guys this for the first time ever. So see you on the Discord and see you all in an hour and a half. Y'all have a good one. Do I trade live? Yeah, I'm in a 100K challenge right now. 10K to 100K. And that challenge is live. I'm actually on a 12-day streak on day 12 of the challenge. Actually, this is day 13. No trades today, but yes, trade live. I actually trade live, fully transparent with the account number and balance on the stream. History and P&L and broker statements are shown for the entirety of the challenge. I show my year-long broker statement. You will see it in my Discord and P&L. Actually, the only person in the world that does that with that amount of transparency. So get ready to head on over there to the Discord, sign up. You'll be able to watch it every single day and see that historic performance. That answers your question, Dennis. Okay, we'll see y'all later. Bye.